On the outskirts of Doha, some 10 miles from the towering skyscrapers of the West Bay, is Asian Town, a sprawling suburb next to an industrial area where many of the migrant workers that make up the bulk of Qatar's labour force live. Here, in what's usually a cricket stadium, the government has constructed a free fan zone. Every night, migrant workers gather to watch the action unfold, far from the stadiums many of them helped build, but most will never be able to afford to sit in. Alauddin is a 35-year-old driver from Nepal. He came to Qatar 10 years ago.
Here I have working, I have job, I have money, like that. That's why I working in Qatar. Nepal no have business, no any factory. That's why I come in Qatar, I'm working.
From here, he supports a family of 7 back home, who he's only able to visit once every 2 years.
I talk to my son, my phone.
On your phone?
Yeah, only video, audio, like that. I calling my wife, my father, my brother, like that. Every day 2 year class, 2 year, go home. 2 year class, go home. 1 year cannot go. Yeah, Qatar is very good country, very no problem, no fighting, no kill, like that, no shooting. Yeah, this good Qatar, very good, very nice.
Although he earns more here in Qatar than he would in Nepal, it's not enough to afford a ticket to a match.
A stadium cannot go, you need to pay money, 200, 300 like that, after you go inside. If you no pay, cannot go.
Alois is a 25-year-old cashier from Kenya. He lives just down the road from the fan zone in Asian Town.
It's my first time to come here actually, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's very awesome. Considering that, here I think it's more of the workers who live around here that are here. Yeah, so it's awesome for us to have something like this.
Like most of the migrants here, he came to Qatar to work and support his family back home.
There is money here. That's the only difference between here and my country. In my country, there's no employment for most of us youth, but here there is. So Qatar, I'll say it's better than Kenya in that way.
The fan zone is modelled on the other sites set up around Doha, but here, crucially, patrons don't need a hire card to enter. This means it's one of the few sites accessible to migrant workers. There are other differences as well. There's no beer on sale, and prices are radically cheaper. Despite this, it appears they're still too steep for people here. When the Sun visited, the eateries were practically deserted, with one manager telling us on average he gets 40 customers a day to his stall, turning a profit of just £60 at the very most. Gideon from Kenya earns 1,300 Riyal a month. That's just under £300, delivering bottles of water. Even by Qatari standards, he says the wage is low, but it's more than he could earn in Kenya.
Yes, we have to be in Qatar to earn that money, because in my country, I can't earn that money I'm earning here. I have family in my country. I send all to my family. To work.
How often do you come to watch football?
To watch football every day. After work, if I finish my work early, I usually come here.
Who's your team?
Spain, you see.
Oh, yeah.
Perched in the stands, eyes glued to the big screen, is an Arsenal fan from Kenya. Tonight, he's supporting Morocco, after his original pick, Germany, were knocked out. He's been following their progress from here.
The tickets are too expensive. I think on that point, FIFA, they were a bit unreasonable. They put the tickets, the prices were too high. And they were not accessible.
He's been working in Qatar as an electrician and lives 15 minutes walk away in accommodation provided by his employer.
Considering all factors, it is good. because when you're here, you can't live like the way you live at home. You have to understand you have come here to work.
Attendance tonight is good, but not as high as on previous evenings.
Football is it's an everybody's game. So I can say there is. I was even surprised. I didn't think the Asians love football this much. I came the Ghana match. This thing was full. I was surprised. I didn't think it was that popular.
In the richest country on earth, where a World Cup match ticket can cost almost half a month's wages, it seems fair to say that sure, you don't need money to enjoy the beautiful game, but it helps.